Hello, everyone, and I am here with Ethan Adams. Hey, Ethan,
What's going on, guys?
how you doing?
Not too bad, not too bad. Down here in Louisville, Kentucky.
Yep. So you are with Remax in Louisville, and
Yes,
you've been in business about 3 years or so.
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Cool. So the reason I wanted to talk to you is because you've mostly built your business through using video on social media. So I thought it would be cool for you to share with us. Like, we all know that we need to use video, but we're always not sure like how to do it. So what are some tips that you have on how to maximize that video through social media?
So I mean, really, I'm feeling the traction finally starting to get going now,
Uh-huh.
because I've been like you said, I've been in it 3 years, and I have been producing video pretty much ever since I started. And
Okay. Do you do
started
it like
out,
every day?
yeah, like I was doing it every time I learned something. I was like, oh, I'll make a video for it,
Yeah.
and that's how it started to like get going.
Right.
And like this past year, you really started to see it like rolling out. So it was like
Nice.
people started seeing me out and they were like, hey, like I see you all over my social media. I feel like I know you.
I know that's true. And social media is something that takes like a little bit longer, than like cold calling or something like that. But I like your point already about a lot of people don't know that they have so much content, but it is like every time you do something or every time you learn something, like that's a perfect video.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Yeah.
that was the thing that I did. And I started looking more into it. And then it was like the knowledge sort of came back to me. So it
Hmm.
was like that consistency really started to keep going. So that was like one of the big things that like really stuck to on my motto.
Okay.
And then another thing was the authentic side of it,
Yeah.
because people definitely want to know like who you're working with.
Right.
I don't want to like show up and be somebody I'm completely not,
Right.
because like I have,
Exactly. It's so much easier to be who you are. Like,
yeah,
why worry about being something else?
yeah, like that's what like people they'll be like, man, I just wanted to talk to you because you seem like you're a nice guy from your videos. So it's like, oh, I'm
Oh,
like,
that's nice.
they're working.
As long as you want to sell a house, I'll talk to you. If
Yeah,
you don't, I can't talk to you. I'm sorry.
yeah.
So I have a question though about the consistency. Like, what if you know how you have those days where it's just like you can't even think of anything? So
Yeah.
like where do you go and you're like, I know I got to do my video, but like I literally can't think of anything.
Like when you're sort of like hitting that brick wall, like there are so many realtors out there who like they've been doing video for a lot longer than I have, and I'll
Yeah.
actually go through YouTube and I'll be like, like Stevie Hunt or like Brian Katana, Ricky
Hmm.
Caruth, like people like that, where they have videos all day, and
And
it
just
was
like
like,
recreate it.
yeah, and it's like
Nice.
recreate it and be the authentic you on it, and it's like,
Because
'cause-
you're going to have a different spin. And you can
oh
even
yeah,
say, like, hey, I was just watching this video on tips on how to get whatever it is, right? Like how to get an offer accepted. But like, and they went through these tips, but here's like a tip that they missed that's working for us or something like that.
yeah, yeah, and that
Okay.
was, and it's like, like your crowd of people is going to be different than somebody else's.
Right.
And, like they're in completely different states too, so it's going to be some things that like you recreate, and it's like people aren't going to be like, oh, I just heard that from her.
No, they're not going to know. Even you could literally even say the exact same words and
Oh
it's
yeah,
going to be
yeah,
different,
and
you
they're going to be
know?
like, oh, I don't even know.
Wait a second. Do you keep cows in your house in Louisville? What
Yeah,
is that?
that's my little guy, Harley. He's
He's very large.
he
Hi,
just
Billy.
that's all he does. He'd be laying around all day. He's actually like one of my key pieces in marketing. So this is my business partner.
He's awesome. How much does he weigh?
He's 160, so he's like
Oh
100
my God.
pounds. Yeah,
He's
but
enormous. All
he
right.
goes everywhere with me. He used to actually go around, like he would walk in the office with me, like
That's
everybody
awesome.
used to like love it. And I have clients who are like, bring your dog.
Yeah, right.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
Everybody loves Harley. All right. So consistency. And oh, what was the second one?
Authentic.
Oh,
You know,
duh.
yeah,
That was just like so easy. Like, I don't understand how you can like not be you. It doesn't make sense.
yeah, because that's why I was like, I want people to know, like, getting into it. It's like, this is who I am, and this is who you're
Right.
going to be dealing with. And,
Right.
people really like it, so it's like they actually feel like they sort of know you a little
Well,
better.
you're going to like attract people that are like minded, which makes doing business a lot easier.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, and
Hmm.
that's been the key, as well, just being different. Like, I know, like, there's a ton of realtors out there. There's, like, 5,600, I think, just in Louisville's, like, association,
Yeah.
and, that was one thing I saw. I was like, "Nobody's trying to be different." I'm like, everybody's like,
But if everybody's trying to be different, Ethan, then aren't we all just the same?
"Yep." You see?
I mean, I'm just saying. No,
Yeah.
but what do you mean by be different?
Like, I just was trying to make my marketing completely different from everybody else's. With being that authentic you, it actually helped with making your videos a little different. Like, I'll have some music in there that's probably a little bit different than what people would choose, and it's like
Okay.
I want like something like, if there's a hot song on TikTok, like I want that hot song on my like video.
Okay.
It's like
Okay.
people are hearing it. It's like trying to know that person, and like getting that attention is gonna be like
Right.
the thing where it was like, I want my stuff to be different.
But what I
And
hear you saying is like, it's not like you have to come up with a different idea because you're literally like saying the same things. You're just putting like you as a unique individual, or is putting like your little spin on it. So like
yeah,
maybe it's that you have a cow
yeah,
for a pet.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Or like whatever.
yeah. That's a big thing that's like set me apart differently. It's like, oh, like I have a huge dog I could carry around and prop.
You should like have him on your back. It would be funny
Oh,
recording videos.
that's why I was like, I started out and I was like, Harley, you're going everywhere with me.
He's the best. Okay, those are good tips. So, what would you recommend if somebody maybe they've tried video in the past and they're like super nervous and they don't really, they're like nervous to start? Like, what do you recommend?
Like getting into it, it's gonna be like when you actually do the video, and like you might just want to practice and just like sort of just send it to some of your family or like some of your clients and just be like, hey, like these are some tips or anything like that. Because when you build video, you actually build confidence.
Yeah.
And that's what, like, one thing, when you get more comfortable on camera, I feel like you're more comfortable with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And that actually sets you apart even with your clients. Like, you're going to be more confident in that subject, and you're going to be more confident with that deal. And that's what I tell people. I know it's really hard, but just try it out, and then like watch your data, because it's like
Yeah.
you'll see what works. And
Right.
that's one thing
And
that
what
I
people
do.
like and
Yeah,
comment on and stuff like
yeah.
that.
Like, you might do something that's like completely different. Like, you might have like a fitness side of you that people are like, "Oh, I really like your
Yeah.
fitness stuff, but I'm not huge on your real estate."
Right.
You do like throw real estate into your fitness.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
you know,
there you go. Then you're done. Well, what
yeah.
about, I mean, we were talking about how to maximize the videos on social media. So like when you're saying consistently, where are you posting it?
I'm doing all over with YouTube. I do the LinkedIn, Instagram, as well as Facebook.
Okay. So just
No,
the same video everywhere, like on the same day, or is there
uh,
some
there's
rules?
some twists you'll have to do, because like, LinkedIn's more like B2B. It's gonna
Hmm.
be more of like that business, like professionally. And then like Snapchat, you'll see me get a little bit more like reckless, I'll say, or something. And it's like maybe Facebook, you just have to know your crowd. Like,
Right.
I might put a different song on the video with Facebook and put a different song on Instagram, because like
Okay.
you got to know your crowd. And
Yeah.
that's like been my big thing. And then trying to do TikTok, because like getting that organic reach is huge.
Hmm.
So it's like trying to use, like, because when they post out some of these new features, like Instagram, it's Reels that I'm trying to get going right now.
Yeah.
It's like that algorithm pushes it, so that's where it's like, you're finally going to start seeing like Instagram's going to push your stuff more, Facebook's going
Right.
to push your stuff more,
I
LinkedIn.
think I
Yeah.
think they do it too, like not only using the technology and like using it often, but I mean the consistency of using it is what gets you pushed too.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
Hmm.
And it's been something that you gotta know the algorithm for sure.
Yeah, but it's always changing, man.
Yeah, that's the tough part.
Ugh, that's good. Those are really great tips. So if people have a referral in Louisville, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
You can contact my cell, or my email, Ethan John Adams, the number 2 @gmail.com, or my cell phone is 502-558-8193.
Perfect. Well, I appreciate you being on. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Bye.
Talk to you.